I slow it down like it's Altergeist. Ice barrier, bitch, I want all the ice. Amazon is my bitch, you don't wanna fight. Tin can got the metal like Cosmo. Big way, small way, that's a hot flow.
Hey, what's up YouTube? It's WK Dad. So today we had our box tournament at Locals. It's a 50-man tournament. Got top 4, actually finished 3rd place in standings. So I want to show you guys what I play. You see Galatea, favorite deck. Played Orcust with a lot of sexy spice. So I did a little something different. For my Orcust monsters, got Knightmare, Harp, Skeleton, and Wand. That's it. No more, no less. This is all I played. Engine surprised a lot of people. They could not figure out what the hell I was playing. But yeah, I did not miss more pieces. The reason why the package is so small is because we're playing scraps. See if I can get I don't know, 20 thumbs up, and I'll show you guys combos and how you can just break the game wide open. So not playing Math Man. I know some people say, well, you play Mathematician because it plays around. There can only be one. And I still say I'm not changing my card preference over one card. Well, Math Man nets you a draw if it gets stopped. Well, if you run Recycler, you run Extenders, and Recycler's never on the field to get ran over in the first place. And so that's how I did it. And I think my Recycler only got ran over once. And so, yeah, that pretty much proved my point that my Recycler never stayed on the field through like 3 or 4 interruptions. And then, in addition, still running Grepher and Armageddon Knight, some of the best normal summon ever printed. And then we got Tenyi Spirit, Vishuda, Extenders, and of course Destrudo, the other extender. Really good, free special summon, free bounce. I got Nibiru a couple of times. Just bounced their Nibiru, combo off, and now they have a Nibiru on the field, but if they were counting on a Nibiru to apply pressure, now it's not on the field and it's just stuck in their hand, and I can play around it. And yeah, it's pretty good. Just special summoning this with Nibiru on the field, and then going into IP, and then banishing Harp. It just feels so good. Just playing through it. I did that a couple of times. He Nibiru'd me, Tenyi, so something to Tenyi. Just, oh my god, I just can't take me, guys. It was something else today. All right. Then I played hand traps. 3 and 3 Thanos, 3 Ash Blossom. I did not like 3 Ash Blossom. I didn't see Ash Blossom very much, and this is a blind second deck. I went second all day. Even if I won the die roll, I wanted to go second every time. Ash Blossom I didn't really care about stopping their plays. I wanted them to have a board more or less. I didn't care about their harps, whatever. I ran Phantazmay because he fixes your hands, because you do have a couple of bricks, cards you don't exactly want to draw. You don't want to draw Golem, and you don't want to draw World Wand. So you need to be able to shuffle those back. And that's primarily what Phantazmay is for, just the sculpture hand. Next up, in addition to scraps, we confuse people even more. Playing Engage with 3 targets: Widow Anchor, drones, and Shark Cannon. Shark Cannon is ridiculous. Stealing their Lancia, stealing their Kagari, stealing their Gazelle, summoning it to your Zervoros Link Pointer, banishing the Gazelle and the rest of their field. It's so good. Some one-ofs, Foolish Reborn, and Reinforcement of the Army. I'm not playing Upstart because I'm running 42 cards. I took it out at the last minute, and I'll show you why in a second. You say, why'd you take it out? Well, 42 cards, it makes sense to me to play Upstart and run 43. So there's the Babel, 2 Called by the Graves. I wanted to run 3, but I didn't want to play 43 cards. I know it's arbitrary. It really wouldn't have mattered. but I was already tilted for playing 42 cards. 2 Mind Control, 2 Dragon's Ravine. Now, this is for Destrudo. This gives your Destrudo just utility, so I can always see Destrudo. It helps so that my Scrap Recycler isn't on a field by itself, like I was mentioning earlier. So I always have that extender. Whether I hard draw the Destrudo, or draw the Shrine, or even starting off, I can Shrine, send a Destrudo, play Engage, do some other things, get back to Engage, have 3 spells. You know, it's just another good spell in the grave. In addition to Called By, Mind Control, what have you. So just lots of good spells. Continuing on with Extenders. 2 Instant Fusion. Just 2. I only have 1 target. And then this is why my deck is 42. I put these in at the last minute. I wasn't playing this at first. It was no Cyclone. It was no Cyclone. Minus the 2 Shrines, and it was a Called By and an Upstart, something like that. Yeah, it was Called By. It was a 3rd Called By and an Upstart Goblin. But at the last minute, I put the Cyclones in because I got to the event and I saw all those people, and I saw some Draco players that I was familiar with and some Frog players. So I was like, I'm not gonna lose in the early rounds to Floodgates. So I decided to main deck Cyclones. And then finally I played just 3 traps. Probably guess what one of them is. Played 1 Crescendo and just 2 Imperm. Again, 42 cards. I had to make the cuts somewhere. And it was fine. Just having like twos of a lot of cards means that I didn't open multiples of those cards. I had a variety of hands, so long as I could have a way to Scrap Recycler or Engage or some kind of way to just pop off. You know, the deck would just perform beautifully. And now the extra deck. Extra deck is super funky as well. Just 2 Galatea. I never missed the 3rd Galatea. The games didn't really go like that, to where like there was like this really ridiculous grind game and you need a Galatea. I almost always only summoned 1, since I was cognizant of the fact that I didn't have a 3rd. It was ridiculous. My one game, my Galatea got cherries, and then later on I went to Longirsu and it got striked. And so I tried to bluff my Crescendo, and it got End-Phase Olenoids, or whatever the Paleozoic trap that pops it, and I banished it to search the Galatea. And then from there, Galatea slowly put the other Galatea back. And then I was right back into the game. It was pretty sick. So yeah, that's how that works there. And then just 1 Longirsu. Or, I'm sorry, 1 Dingirisu. With the Dingirisu, I did miss the 2nd Dingirisu. And so I had to play in such a way that I was cognizant of the fact that I had to be very cautious on how I used it. I tell you what, I never used Longirsu as much as I did today. A lot of times people like try to end on Galatea, do things with Galatea, but since I only had 2 targets to search for Galatea, just the Crescendo and the Babel, I usually would summon Galatea and then I would make Longirsu, and I would just keep reviving Longirsu and send, and he's bigger attack, and so yeah, he put in a lot of work. I would set my link pointers. I made, like, one time I made Phoenix so that it didn't have to pop anything, but just so I could point to a monster, and then I Longirsu'd it away. And yeah, so it was Longirsu put in a lot of work today. This is the most I've ever used Longirsu since I've been playing this deck. I've been playing it since March of last year. Then this is for the Vishuda, the Tenyi Monk, Kagari for the Engage package, Scrap Wyvern. This is almost a heart and soul. I wish I had space for 2. That's how good it was. That's part of the reason why you can go second. The amount of advantage you can generate, and if they can't kill this, you generate so much advantage they can't even catch up. This OTK enabler. Then there's the IP, Unicorn, Appaloosa. Yes, I'm running Appaloosa and Orcus. You can go into it in turn 1 if they make you go first, or if you're fearing Nibiru, which I did today because I knew a lot of players were main decking Nibiru. And so when they were expecting me to go into Orcust combo and Boral Sword OTK them, I'd make Appaloosa first. And I caught a lot of people slipping. I was like, it's my Wyvern resolve, bring out the refrigerator, Scrap Golem, revive, dump the second time. And I'm like, anything? And they're like, no. And they're like, Boral Sword? I'm like, nope. Then link off the refrigerator, scrap and Wyvern for Appaloosa, and they're just looking at the Nibiru in their hand. It's like, oh my god. I'm like, you want to activate the Nibiru? Hey, it's pointless. That's right, it's pointless. So yeah, that was beautiful. Then of course, Boral Sword, and probably the MVP. I think I only made Boral Sword twice. I think I made this almost every match. If not every game, but at least once every match that I got to play. People still don't know how to play around this card, and so long as people don't know how to play around that card, I'm gonna continue to run it. I don't run Topologic Bomber. People play around that too easily. Plus the only time you really want to bring this out is when they're low on resources, and then they have to make a play that ends up pointing to a link marker, and they're low on resources. That's just too good. I mean, Bomber's good, yeah, but I don't know, just banishing their cards, just blowing their resources out, and then this coming back and just poking for game by itself is too good. My Soul Instant Fusion target and Yazi. You might say, well, Dub, you're not running Mare. Well, he just has to get a worm. And you know what's a worm? Vishuda. I didn't run Mare because it's a brick. And this is just as good. So a lot of times you can go Armageddon Knight, dump an Orcust piece. Then you can Destrudo, make Yazi, especially if they have there can only be one. Pop it there can only be one. Get the Vishuda, and then banish the Harp, and then go from there. And sometimes, like if you hit something else and then they put there can only be one after you get the Harp there, then you can just go into the Tenyi link, bounce to there can only be one, make IP, then Foolish Barrel with the Knightmare for the wand. Wand brings back the Harp, then go into Galatea, shuffle back the wand. There's just so many lines of play, and it just frustrated people all day, the versatility of my build, and I'm pretty excited about that. Now, with all the excitement, I was very disappointed with myself in my side deck choices. I didn't side this in all day. This was a last minute decision because I saw some really good players. They were playing Pendulum, and I didn't want to lose to that deck. I ended up not playing them, and I felt stupid because I was like, well, I'm also running Dark Grepher more. I still live by this card. I can't believe I dropped Dark Ruler for this. These never came in. I probably won't be running them again. I'll just stick with my triple Dark Ruler. It's just too good. So yeah, this is these will be coming out. Triple Lancia, obviously. Triple Pancratops, I love that card. Searchable spell and trap removal. Since I main deck the Cyclones, then I can just use Engage to search for Jamming Waves and Afterburners. And the second mistake in my side deck are the Evenly Match. Now I've told people this over and over again. If you're running Orcust, don't side Evenly Match. But I was watching people, I was looking at people, they were like talking and they were shuffling up and stuff. And I saw so many Orcust players siding it. And I was like, I'm going to ride this wave. And sure enough, every time I used it, I got Lancia. And it is the reason why. I mean, they're already siding Lancia against you anyway because you're running Orcust. And so just having evenly when you know they're going to be siding, it's counterproductive. So these easily could have been, I mean, if this was another Dark Blue No More, then this could have, I don't know what these 4 could have been. Comment down below what these 4 should have been, because my spell and trap removal is good enough. So yeah, that's the 3rd Dark Blue No More. 2 Cyclones plus these, that's some spell and trap removal. I mean, red reboots wasn't even necessary because I have so much spell and trap removal. I have searchable outs to floodgates. But these, I mean, I don't know. There has to be a better option. Originally, these were. I don't even know what these were originally. That's how far gone I am after this long tournament. But these were something else originally, and I put in the evenlies, and yeah, I won't be doing that again. I'll stick to my game plan. Listen to myself. Don't ride the wave. And try to play better. But yeah, 3rd place. Got my prizes and everything. You know, maybe get 10, 15 thumbs up. Show you some scrap combos, some different plays you can do, and show you some of what I picked up at the event. All right, guys. Hope you liked the profile. It's WK Dad, and I'm out.